Hello to the amazing students and faculty of Ugra State University. I'm Marjorie from Washington, D.C., and you're watching the 80th episode of Your Student News. Let's go. Our science doesn't stand still. In fact, it's completely possible that virtual reality could be our future. To learn more, watch this clip with Max and Tatiana.
A professor and students of Ugra State University developed a tutorial with live illustrations of physical experiments. Professor Alia Kivaruk and the students of Group 2863B demonstrated how virtual reality operates. The technology serves to create an environment in which a user is able to interact with objects. The main idea of the project is to create a visual tutorial with 3D models and live pictures that acts as a substitute for real physical experiments. When the device is directed at a certain code, a student can observe the resulting actions and processes, which in our case is a spring falling out of a person's hand.
Augmented reality has a large and great future, and our intentions are to help to physics teacher.
According to certain characteristics, for instance a person's height, a student must calculate the spring's acceleration of gravity or perform other calculations. The functionality of application will be expanded, and soon it will be possible to enter a classroom wearing VR glasses and instantaneously identify individual students, their attendance rates, and their academic records.
In pursuit of first place, USA and Lara painted one of the many garages of Hante-Mансийске. To find out who helped them in this endeavor, watch this next clip from the Regional Student Spring Festival.
Ratings of various contents accompany us as we walk past building entrances and street fences. Although some may consider these decorations as nothing more than defacement of public property, among this artistic chaos, a real masterpiece can be found. A piece dedicated to the autumnal equinox is no longer visible. Vlad has been interested in art for a long time. He completed 8 years of art school, attended many writers' festivals, and drew hundreds of sketches in his sketchbook. Now he teaches the art of carving by day, but in the evening he throws spray paints into a backpack and proceeds to paint the streets of Hante-Mансийске. He doesn't count the number of walls that he has transformed because he sees no sense.
My graffiti have been painted over numerous times, although I can't say for sure exactly how many. About 10 works have been covered. The reason for this may vary, but it most likely comes down to the fact that my works are considered vandalism, simply speaking.
Are the reasons for covering graffiti derived from the fact that this form of art is considered as vandalism, or are there stronger grounds for such actions? Answer this question, we contacted a specialist at the Department of Housing and Communal Services.
Everything is dependent upon the interaction between laws and different members of the community. For instance, the presence of unauthorized, unattractive graffiti on the walls of private houses leads to completely warranted outrage from homeowners. It's improper to violate aesthetic decisions previously made by professional architects regarding the aesthetics of private property. Graffiti should be used to beautify and decorate the city rather than erode its appearance completely. Moreover, these writings are difficult to remove, and even after removal it's impossible to return the outer facade to its original state.
In response to the opinions of local authorities, Vlad doesn't feel offended, but rather laughs. He remarked that if my graffiti gets covered, I'll just show up to the exact same spot and repaint it. To him, graffiti isn't just drawing on a wall, but rather impressions he wishes to share with the world, which means if they are covered, he will simply draw them again.
If I'm being completely honest, I don't think about other people. I mind my own business and live my own life. I willingly give out my emotions and feelings to others through my art. It's acceptable when people draw on canvases using different techniques to express their emotions, and I am expressing myself in a similar way.
In the near future, Vlad plans to teach a masterclass for children because, after all, breaking societal norms with like-minded people is always easier and more fun. Thanks to graffiti, even a simple garage can become a piece of art. Can you really call that vandalism? Valeria Kudravtseva, Yelisei Kuznetsov, specially for your student news.
Delegates from our university visited Surgut to celebrate the anniversary of the Surgut Oil College. To find out more about this celebration, here is a clip from Lolita. The Surgut Oil Institute opened its doors for the first time to students on the 3rd of May, 1973. And today, this tremendous educational institution, which is a branch of Ugra State University, celebrates its anniversary. 45. Is it a big or small number? 45 years isn't even half of a decade. But for the Surgut Oil Institute, it's practically an entire lifetime. In honor of its 45th anniversary, the Institute held a massive celebratory festival. Guests were initially greeted with an excursion on the campus, led by student activists, which included a tour of the local historical museum.
The museum is dedicated to students who have graduated from the Institute and teachers who have worked there. The museum serves as a place to keep cherished memories alive and to remember the honored teachers and students of the past. The museum houses diplomas and athletic trophies. In short, the museum is dedicated in memory of students and teachers at the Institute.
Representatives from different educational institutions, including the Vice Chancellor of Ugra State University, arrived to congratulate the director, teachers, and students of the Institute.
45 years is really quite an old age for an academic institution. The majority of our teachers have been working in their field since the beginning of the oil and gas industry, preparing specialists for the industry and surviving immense changes in the country as a whole and in the education system. They stood their ground, demonstrated their strength, and continue to move forward. They are developing. I would like to wish them new successes, dedicated students and demanding employers. You are doing everything incredibly well, and I congratulate you.
Then the ceremonial part of the festival commenced, with musical, theatrical, and dance performances from the Institute's musical bands and dance ensembles. Tenured professors, employees, and students of the Institute were awarded federal awards, medals, honorary diplomas, and appreciation letters. Many warm words were spoken regarding the director of the Institute's contributions to the institution, to which he dedicated most of his life. Lechi Jabrailov, tenured professor of the Russian Federation, honored oil industry specialist, honored faculty member of the Institute, and labor veteran. He creates an educational environment in which all students can learn and achieve at the highest level possible.
To me, this institute is everything, as humble as that sounds. It's just that I grew up here. At 24, I started working here as a young specialist. I could have chosen to work at any place in the entire Soviet Union, but I chose the Surgut Oil Institute. Like I already said today, I have only ever worked at this one institute. I am so proud of this institution. I consider my work to be my home, because everything that is done here is done with my own two hands and is advised by my own experience, knowledge, and efforts. That is why this work is so important to me, and I highly value my beloved colleagues. That is why this work is so important to me. It's just that I grew up here.
Over the course of the last 45 years, the Institute has gone from an evening school offering only 3 majors to the Surgut Oil Institute offering 6 majors. This up-and-coming educational institution is still on the rise, planning to develop and achieve even greater feats in the future. And so, our 80th episode has come to a close. And I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart that I loved every moment I've spent working and studying with the students of Ugra State University. So thank you so much for making this year one of the best years of my entire life. And I hope to see you all soon.